This is Dr. ANTF and welcome to a new lesson of my guitar lessons. In this lesson we're going to see how to change the strings of your guitar and when you need to change the strings. There are three signs that appear on the strings, which means that you should change the strings of the guitar. The first sign is the sound of the bass strings. Usually after you change your strings or when you install new strings, after around 2 weeks you lose the nice, strong, beautiful sound of the bass strings. It lasts usually not more than 2 weeks. That doesn't mean that every 2 weeks you have to change your strings, but if you have a recording or a concert that you would like to perform live, it's preferable to use strings that are only 2 weeks of age, not more. So the first sign is the sound of the bass strings. The second sign is the color of the string, and we're also talking about the bass strings. The color of the bass strings will change. You will start to see brown colors on the string, as we will see in the following close-up. If we notice here on this string how this area has a brown color, while on this string you see the color is still silver. This brown color will spread on all the string. It comes due to the contact of the string on the fretboard. So when I press here, the string will hit this metallic part and the brown color appears. The more we tune the string, the more this brown color will spread on the string. So notice that the brown is everywhere now. With time, all your string will become brown. If you look to all my string, you will find that it's all brown now. The third sign is that some parts of the string will start to fall apart. And this sign is the last stage before your string will break apart totally. You should not wait till this sign. You should not reach this sign. The last sign for you should be the color, the brown color. But in case you waited, when you see that parts of the string are starting to fall, you have to know that in a couple of days this string will break apart. So let's see now how to change the strings. Well, just a small tip about the bone here. As you notice, there is a bone that picks up the strings over here. This bone is not glued to the guitar. In other words, if you remove all your 6 strings, this bone will fall. So, as a tip, as I do not remove all the 6 strings at one time to prevent this bone from falling. I encourage you to at least keep one string and change the other strings, and then you can change the last one just to keep this bone in place. Let's start by seeing how to change our strings. Well, to start removing your strings, you start from the tuning part, which is more easy. After you remove your strings from the tuning part, you will remove them from the bottom part above this bone. Well, as you see, I've just removed the first string. I will do the same for all the strings. But before I continue removing them, I would like to play some music on the bass strings before I change the strings, and then I will play the same tone after changing the strings, so you can hear the difference between new strings and really old strings. Well, we're going to start with the treble strings, and namely the first string, string number 1. As you can see, there are no differences between the start and the end of this string. In some cases, in some strings, in the bass ones, there is a difference between the start and the end. Some strings doesn't have this difference, but some do. Anyway, we're going to see when we reach the bass ones. Since there are no differences between the start and the end of the string, we will select any endpoint and insert it in the opening here. So when we insert it, it will emerge from this side. Here we are going to do the knot. It's very easy to do. Initially, we're going to do the following curve, like this. I have to take into consideration that I will do some rotations, and after that I need to have a good amount of length of this string. So if I feel it's short, I might from now lengthen it. Okay. So I insert it from here. So I do it once, and I'll do it again 2 times. I just stretch it. And that's it. So as you can see, there are some openings here on this part of the guitar, where the first opening is for the first string, and this is for the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Here, on the tuning part, this one is for the first string, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So now when I'll start tightening this one, I will put it in this opening because it is the first string. We insert it in this opening. Then we rotate it from below. We insert it again. Stretch it. So now when we are going to tune this string, we are going to try our best to let it sit on this part of the knot here, and for the second string we will let it sit in the middle, and the third to this part. We are going to see in a moment. As you can see, the string is sitting in this part, while here there are no strings. Well, after I installed my string and I want to tune it, since this is the first time, it's preferable to press on this part of your string where you did the knot in order to prevent it to open. So we're going to change all the strings, and later on we will tune the strings. Well, since the string is a little bit long, I will cut it with the scissors. I will now install the second string, and I will do a nice trick to hide this string here. So I will insert the string. So I will insert the string. So I'll put this string above this one here. So when I will do my knot now, I will close on this string. So in this way, I hid the part of the string that I don't like here, instead of letting it loose like this, touching the guitar. And I'll do the same for all the strings. Well, as you notice, I have a very nice shape. All the strings are inside each other in a very good view. In a while, I might cut this part of the sixth string to make it look a little bit better. But all in all, I'm very happy with the shape that I have. As you notice, this string is sitting in this part, and this string is sitting in the middle, and this string is sitting at the end. So you have very clean, very smooth design, and it's the same thing for the other side. So you have a very good shape of the strings. Alright, so here we are after we changed all the strings. Let's listen to the same song that I played on the bass strings to see the difference. You notice that the sound is much crisper than before and very nice, very beautiful. This sound will last only for around 2 weeks after changing the strings. Well, I hope you enjoyed this lesson and hope to see you in another one. Until then, bye.